Good morning. Welcome back to Podolsky Math Radio just kidding. Um, Today we're going to talk about imperial capacity. Capacity is like volume, except it talks specifically about how much liquid something can hold. All right, so capacity specifically talks about how much something can hold. How much can it hold? Now, sometimes we use volume for that as well. However, volume also talks about how much space something takes up. So for instance, a brick, it can't hold any liquid, but it does take up space. So it has volume, but it doesn't have capacity. Another example could be my coffee cup. My coffee cup holds, it holds coffee. However, its volume would be how much glass or plastic make up that cup. So in the imperial units, we have some pretty standard ones. So the bigger unit, I'll start at the bottom, is a gallon, and a gallon is 4 quarts. A quart is about equal to a liter, so it's approximately a liter, and there are 2 pints in a quart. And a pint is roughly half a liter, just so you guys can compare that with some units you already know. So a good referent for a gallon, actually I have some on the next side here. So just showing you in beakers here. A gallon is 4 quarts or 8 pints. And we can get even smaller. A cup is 8 fluid ounces, and 1 fluid ounce is just a small bit there. So as you can see, we're comparing it to car keys in the beakers. Okay. So I know this is a really bad way to remember, but it's also a really good way to remember. 1 fluid ounce is a shot glass. Right. 1 cup is exactly what it sounds like. It's a small cup. Picture a small drink from McDonald's. I'm talking the actual small. All right. A pint would be like a medium at McDonald's. A quart would be, well, it would be a little bit bigger than your biggest drink from McDonald's, so that's about a liter. And a gallon would be an ice cream pail, one of those bigger ice cream pails. I like the all the McDonald's references we just did there. So let's do a quick little math question here. Renee's cousin in Seattle, we mentioned Seattle to tell you that it's in the States, is painting the bedroom in his home. He calculated that he needs enough paint to cover 900 square feet. How many gallons should he buy if 1 quart covers 75 square feet? So first, let's figure out how many quarts he will need. So if he has 900 total square feet to cover, and each quart covers 75, he's going to need 12 quarts. Right. So what I did there is I went 900 divided by 75, and that got me 12 quarts. But I don't want it in quarts. He's buying paint by the gallon. So if I look back up here, 1 gallon is 4 quarts. I'm just going to write that down. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Alright, so now I can make myself a handy dandy skeleton equation. And we're starting off with 12 quarts. And there's 4 quarts in a gallon. And we're changing into gallons. So we're switching to a bigger unit, so my number's got to get smaller. So I'm going to divide. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So he's going to need 3 gallons. Let's do another one. Marlene bought 1 gallon of orange juice while traveling in Montana. how many cups of juice are in this gallon? So we know that 1 gallon is 4 quarts, each quart is 2 pints, and each pint is 2.5 cups. So we're going to do this in 3 steps to figure out how many cups are in a gallon. So first, I'm going to change that gallon into quarts. So I know 1 gallon, and I'm going to times it by 4 because there's 4 quarts in a gallon. Now I'm going to change that quarts into pints. So I'm starting with 4 quarts, and I know that there are 2 pints in each quart. That's what I'm changing to. I'm changing into pints. And because a pint is smaller, my number is going to get bigger. 4 times 2, I got 8 pints. And lastly, I want to change that pints. So now I have 8 pints. I want to change that into cups. So how many pints were in a cup again? 1 pint is 2.5 cups. So 2.5, and I'm changing to cups. And since I'm changing to a smaller unit, my number is going to get bigger again. So 8 times 2.5. Oh, I'm no good with decimals. If you can do it in your head, great, but I'm not so good. 8 times 2.5, 20. So if this isn't already on your formula sheet, you can add it. So you can say, hey, that 1 gallon is the same thing as 20 cups. Cool. And we'll do one more. Ah, yes. So on all the labels, you see things in serving sizes. So if 1 serving of juice is 1/3 of a cup, how many servings are there in that gallon of juice? So if I have, just so I remember, I have 20 cups. So if a serving is 1/3 of a cup, how many servings do I have in this 20 cups? Well, in 1 cup, okay, so I'm just going to try to write this down. Okay. If 1 serving equals 1/3 of a cup, then 1 cup will have 3 servings. That's what it's saying in the question. But I don't have 1 cup, I have 20 cups. So the number of servings, let's go 20. I've got 20 cups. Each cup is 3 servings, and I'm going to multiply. So in that gallon of juice, I've got 60 servings. Cool. Alright, so now I want you to try these 1, 2, oh, really? 2? 2 practice questions. And then start on the next video. Alright, as always, ask questions if you got them. Thanks.